Our next step is learning how to update linked XML data, and we're starting on page 454. When you place an XML file into a postcard layout, you check the Create Link option. This means changes to the XML file can easily be updated in the postcard layout. You just have to update a place just as you would if you updated a placed image. So that's what we are going to work on next. Okay, the first thing we need to do is click back over to our flyer, which is the original thing that we built everything on. And using the type tool, so I'll go over and grab the type tool. What we're going to do is we're going to go up here to the www, and we're going to change it to melonextreme.com. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the word sports, and then we're going to click away, and I find it easiest to click away by clicking back on the selection tool to deselect the object itself. Then what I do is I'm going to go up and do File, and I'm going to do Export. Okay, and what we're going to do under the Save As is make sure it's on XML and make sure the name still says Extreme Sport or Melon Sports. It does. I'm going to click Save. It's going to ask me if I want to replace, and I'm going to say yes. And you have an export dialog box that you probably cannot see on my screen. And what you want to do is we're going to export to rewrite the XML file. So all I do is I click export and it rewrites it. Now we're going to flip over to our sports card and make it the active file. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go up and display the links panel. So we go up to Window, down, and open the links dialog box. And you will notice in your links dialog box up here at the top, it shows that Melon Sports, okay, XML has changed, and so, or modified. You'll see the little caution thing, and all you have to do is double click on that, and you will then look down at your postcard and see that indeed the Melon Extreme Sports changed to www Melon Sports, and that's all that you need to do to change it. And then you just hit Control S to save your work. Our next step is going to be a little bit more complex than what we've done up until now, but let's get started on it. This is on importing structured XML, starting on page 456. With some advanced planning, you can build a layout with tag frames to automatically contain elements when the XML file is imported. For this process to work correctly, there are some things that you must follow and keep in mind. Number one, tag names must be exactly the same in the document file as in the XML data. 2, you can automatically format importing XML content by mapping tag names to styles. 3, the tag layout should have the same structure as data in the XML file. Remember, the structure in the MXL file is based on the other order of elements in the structured pane. So keep in mind, XML is far more complex than you just applied in these short documents. Entire books have been written on the subject. The point of this project is to introduce you to the concepts of XML and to show you how InDesign XML capabilities make it relatively easy to work with XML data. So that is what we are going to do next. So the very first thing that we are going to do right now is we are going to do File and Open, and we're going to grab the rack.indt and open it. And the very first thing that we're going to do is a file, save as, and call it Rack Sports. Oops. Like so. And then hit save. So we've taken it away from the original. Okay, in the tags option menu, we're going to load tags. So the very first thing that we'll do is open our tags, click on tags option menu, and we're going to go down to load tags. And with the load tags, with the box open, what we want to grab is we're going to navigate to the sports flyer, INDD, and select it and click open. And automatically what that does is that puts all the tags from the original one right into the tags panel for us. Now the next thing we need to do is open the structure panel. So let's go view, structure, and show structure, and open up structure on the left hand side. And if we take and open up our paragraphs panel, let's do that. Under styles, paragraph styles. Okay, and we're going to drag that out, and then we're going to open our tags panel so you can see both of them. And compare the files in the two lists, and both of them should have a body copy. But if you'll notice, the body copy in the tags panel has a dash in it, and the body copy of the paragraph styles does not. So what we need to do is we need to change those to match. So you take body, double click gently on body copy, change that. Okay, same thing with body list, and put a dash in that one. So now we have a dash and body copy. Oops, I kind of goofed that, so let me redo it. Body copy and body list should match. That's odd. Let me fix it. There we go. And make sure that both of those match, and then we're going to use the selection tool to select the empty text frame. On page 1. Okay, you can tell it's selected as soon as you see the squares on it. And then we're going to go over in the layout and click the main tag text in the tags panel. So we will go main text and select that, and it immediately puts it over here on the root side. Next, we're going to navigate to page 2. And use the same method as in 9 to assign the following tags to the frame. So we're going to grab the main big one, and on this one we're going to put main image. So let's go down and find main image and put that there. Okay, and then at the very bottom right here, we are going to put the logo. So click on the logo square, and then let's go find logo in tags. There it is, and put that right there. And then last but not least, down in the bottom, we have to click that box and put the very bottom box and put the web address in. So we'll do that there, and you'll see funny colors starting to happen on this as we do that. Okay, in the rack card structure pane, what we're going to do is we are going to drag the main text element to appear below the web address. So we're going to take main text and drag it down below the web address element. And then we will return to the single document arrangement and make the rack file card active. Okay, with the rack card active, what we're going to do is we're going to go File, Import XML. So we go File, down to Import XML. Okay, and what we're going to do once we've done that is we are going to uncheck XML import options at the bottom. Okay, and the import into selected off. And we're going to make sure that merge content is selected, and we're going to select the mail-in sports XML. Once we have done all of that, again, we took off the XML import options, we took off the import into selected element, and we left merge content, and we're going to click open. And look what it does. We now have everything imported into both page 1 and we'll go back to page 1. See, there's page 1 and there's page 2. Okay, and now the next thing we need to do is map tags to style. So we go up to the hamburger in structure and map tags to style. And in the resulting dialog box, we're going to click the map by name again and click OK. Then we will go up to view, structure, and hide both the tagged frames. Okay, and go back up and turn off tag markers. So let's view, structure. Okay, those are already hidden. Okay, and then let's do a Control S to save. Oops, got to close out that box and do a Control S to save our work. And nice job, guys. That's a pretty quick way to come up with a really nice rack card using the same features that we had in other stuff.